Tonight's Tale of the Tape is brought to you by Modelo Especial, brewed with a fighting spirit since 1925. Gian Villante, 32 years old. Francimar Barroso will be 38 next month. Villante, the taller man, by 1.5 inches. Both fighters weighing in at 205 pounds. The Belmore, New York resident Gian Villante will have a 1-inch reach advantage. Now to Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC light heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record, 19 wins, 6 losses, 1 no contest. He stands 6 feet 1 1/2 inches tall, weighing in at 205 pounds. Fighting out of Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, Francimar Barroso. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record, 15 wins, 9 losses. He stands 6 feet 3 inches tall, weighing in at 205 pounds. Fighting out of Belmore, New York, Gian Villante. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Steve Rita.
Steve Rita back in there for more. The great Luciana Andrade with us here tonight in Boston, Massachusetts. Gian Villante and Francimar Barroso.
Fighter, you ready? Fighter, you ready? Let's fight!
And we are ready to go. Tonight's fight clock is brought to you by Modelo Especial, brewed with a fighting spirit since 1925. Villante in black, Barroso in white.
Watch Barroso's body kicks. He throws them so hard. It's crazy to watch him land those. And Villante, I'd like to see him go to the legs early on Barroso to get this thing started for himself.
Oh, big right hand right away.
As always.
Yeah, I mean, he's got a hammer for a right hand.
Villante spent several weeks of this training camp in Cleveland sparring with heavyweight champion Stipe Miocic. Chris Weidman had thumb surgery, so was largely unavailable as a training partner for Villante.
But what a perfect camp to be able to train with Stipe as Stipe prepares for the biggest fight of his career.
Nice uppercut by Barroso. Timed it very well. And that's because the right hand's coming from Gian, so he's just reading that. The counters cover up the right hand and firing uppercut up the middle when the head comes down. Nice read by Barroso.
Villante has been hittable, eats nearly 5.5 significant strikes per minute. Villante's also had some health issues, particularly...
Oh, big uppercut, big uppercut.
Oh, it's hurting him bad.
Good start here for Gian Villante through nearly 2 minutes.
Good leg kick there by Barroso.
Gian just has so much power in that right hand. I mean, he counts on it, but what else does he really need when he's landing it that hard?
Right. John, what were you saying about his health issues?
He had some fluid around his heart, and he's been getting very sick in the winter. So finally seemed to be able to nip that in the bud for this training camp, but he's been anxious about fighting in the winter because of those issues.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's not something you want to hear.
No.
Fluid around the heart.
Went through some tests, and he said this winter has been better than past winters, and seemed to be ready to go tonight.
Need that prize money.
Yeah, it might be time to move out of Long Island. It gets cold out there.
Gian just stops and says, it's okay, hit me with whatever you want, my right hand's gonna put you down.
He's just walking him down here.
Pressure, pressure. And that's tiring for a guy like Barroso. When you're on your heels like that, he's not letting up the pressure. Constantly on your heels. That takes away the awkward kicks and the awkward style of Barroso by doing this with the pressure. Smart by Gian.
I remember when Muhammad Ali used to run during his training camps, he would run miles backwards. And very few people do that. It's interesting. Most people get all their backward footwork and movement inside the cage or inside the ring when they're training, you very rarely see anybody run backwards.
That's interesting.
But it is something that your body is really not that accustomed to doing. It doesn't like it. And it takes way more energy to move back.
Dom's going to run 10 miles backward on Monday.
He probably already does it. He just won't tell us.
Yeah,
I'm not telling you guys anything.
Oh, the host looking for a big spin there.
I'm telling you, those leg kicks are nasty to the hamstring, though. And I like how he's going to the body of John early. He's setting up the right hand over the top. That's what Barroso is doing. And he's also setting up the right high kick by going to the body early on John. Now you see John parry the low kick, or the low body shot. That's because he's trying to he's setting him up with that. Look for the left hook coming soon. John says, just let me get close enough.
John is just looking for bombs.
Always. Always puts on a show.
Nice leg kick.
pretty measured approach from Villante here tonight. No surprise that he has the advantage in terms of advancing. By Francimar Barroso. Boston crowd getting restless for the first time tonight. Villante will change that.
Break.
Time to ditch your artificial sports drink and switch to Body Armor. More natural, more electrolytes, better sports drink. Grab yours at participating Circle K stores. Body Armor, the official sports drink of the UFC.
Definitely, 100% one around. Take a deep breath. Couple deep breaths. Same thing, bro. Okay, listen, you're hitting him with the right hand, you're not coming back with the hook. You're throwing it like weak because you're worried about him coming back. When you commit with that right, come back with a strong hook. It's open. He's going to be knocked out. Keep that jab going. Yeah,
Don't just go looking more on the
he'll
right
fake.
hand,
Hit him. Try to actually hit him with that jab because that's going to be your range finder.
Você deu no corpo dele do esquerdo. Tá entendendo? Não no kick do esquerdo, no corpo.
Use your left hand to the body. I want your left hand to the body. Keep your use of the body. Breathe.
Vamos pressionar ele, tá aqui, não tá cansado.
Impress.
Toma na boca. Pressiona
Surprise
ele,
him, surprise him, surprise him. Just go to the body, legs and body.
Não deixa ele à vontade, Baldão.
Interesting to see Chris Weidman in that John Villante corner, very measured, juxtaposed against Keith Trimble, always screaming bloody murder. But Trimble's watching this somewhere in New York, and he's got to like the advice from Weidman. They're always banging on Villante to establish that jab. We'll see if he can do it here in round two against Barroso. This Fight Clock brought to you by Modelo Especial, brewed with a fighting spirit since 1925.
I like what Barroso's camp is doing. They're saying go to the body, go to the legs, wear down the body of John early so that he gets tired, and then you don't got to deal with as much power in the later rounds, then go for the finish. That's what they're doing. They're just slowly chopping at John and trying to take as minimal damage as they can while John's fresh.
And John's corner calling for the left hook after the right hand. And Chris Weidman said he believes he's open for that. And John continues to just throw that right hand. Nasty jab there. Oh, tagged him with the left hook there. That was it.
So Weidman called for a nice read. You heard him.
Stiff jab. He also listened to Chris with that as well. Landing that jab now. Not just using it to probe, but sticking him with it. Oh, he got caught with the counter right hand there and low kick.
Left time. Over here for a second. You okay?
And this is often the worst for us fighters because you just got to kind of sit and wait. You feel everything, you hear everything, you see everybody.
Hey, get back over here.
You can't take advice from your corner.
Watch those knees.
Let's take a look at it here.
All right,
See, he
ready?
got tagged with a counter punch.
Fight.
The left hand as he was throwing the right kick.
He's trying to set up that counter right. He has switched up the footwork.
Beautiful inside leg kick. Heavy kick by Villante.
Villante, a monster linebacker in his day, was recruited by Penn State and Michigan State out of high school. Was cut by 2 NFL teams before shifting his focus to mixed martial arts.
So interesting to me how much, anytime Villante fights, he slows the pace down to his pace. I mean, it's a timing thing with these two. They're not going at a crazy offensive pace. They're just picking shot by shot. Each guy gets a turn. And this is always how John likes to fight.
Yeah, and he really established that in the very first punch that he threw. When he landed that big bomb, he let Barroso know there's danger in this octagon tonight.
He demands respect right away, those power he throws.
Villante has done some good work to the head. Both guys have had success to the body. You can see some of the redness on that midsection of Villante.
With Barroso, if I was in his corner, I'd be asking for more of that, what he just did right there, and more movement. Don't just stand just outside of the range of this guy, and he just ate a hard leg kick as well. I'd ask for what we've seen in some of his other fights, more movement and more angles. Don't just back up straight, but turn it, and then also attack. But it seems like he's waiting on Gian so much, and then trying to counter right there.
A little stumble, maybe a slip by Barroso.
John also has a way about him where he forces you to go at his pace and go. So he forces the pressure, he keeps you on your heels, he makes you uncomfortable with power, and he eats your shots and keeps marching forward. Because he didn't really take much of a step back after he eats 2 shots. That's frustrating for a guy like Barroso. And he's right back on the pressure, John, right away. He never really backs up, and that's what's keeping Barroso from just unloading.
There was a strong leg kick by Barroso.
And Patrick Cummins made Villante pay in his last fight with volume and activity.
Well, also Patrick Cummins is an outstanding wrestler, and that's one of the big things, is he's constantly threatening with his wrestling.
Let's check in on Chris Weidman in the corner of Gian Villante.
Hey, we got a minute left, John. Keep this up. Keep this up. Jab. Jab. Beautiful.
See, Joe, and notice all Barroso's strikes have really mostly gone to the legs and body. And that's because he's trying to wear down John right now in these first 2 rounds, and probably you'll see him pick it up in the 3rd.
It's a nice knee to the body there.
But you got to soften up John a little bit. You can't just stand and trade with him. He'll knock you out. So, smart plan. But he is down on the scorecards, I think.
I can't see how he's not. I mean, John is pushing the entire pace,
Agreed.
walking him down and doing this.
He has to come back hard in the 3rd round or he has no chance, and that's basically the game that he's laid out for himself in this style that you're talking about, him backing up.
It seems like he's got to stop him.
Pretty much. I think I agree with that. Or at least hurt him.
Yeah, it's got to be a big 3rd round.
They don't do 10-8 rounds in this scoring system, so I don't know, Joe.
Well, they do them, but
Not as
that many. Although we have been seeing a lot more 10-8 rounds even in Nevada, where they haven't also implemented the new system.
Good point.
And here you see Villante, boom, with a big right hand and a left hook behind it. Heavy inside leg kick by Villante. And Barroso with a strong leg kick as well. And there's a nice knee to the body by Barroso. Timed that well.
Ó, os 2 rounds foram muito colados. Preciso desse round, tá?
2 rounds are very, very close. I need this round. I need this round. No matter what, I need this round. We need to move forward. We need to move forward. I need pressure. I need pressure. Not only the jab. Jab followed by the cross. Not only naked techniques. Put techniques together. Left leg to the body. Right kick to the legs. Put combinations together. We need this round. Jab, jab, cross. Use jab, jab, cross. More than 1 punch. Put it together. Put it together. We need to win the fight now. We need this round.
3rd and final round here between Gian Villante and Francimar Barroso. A lot of people maybe didn't think we'd get here with this matchup on paper, but here we are.
Come on, guys.
Villante, the New Yorker in the black trunks, the Brazilian Bodao Barroso is in white.
Yeah, ready? Round 3, let's fight.
3rd round underway. This fight clock brought to you by Modelo Especial, brewed with a fighting spirit since 1925.
Villante over the top of the right hand.
We should see Barroso really pick it up to the head shots in this round more if he wants to get the win. Beat up the body well, got him set up, now start going up top.
But we haven't seen any slowing down. Villante's still doing exactly the same thing.
Correct.
Despite those shots to the leg and the body, Villante's still just walking him down. It was a nice leg kick there by Barroso, but look, Villante makes him pay.
Well, at least he's got Villante thinking he's just going to the body now, so the headshot's set up a little bit better when you soften up the body.
That's what we needed.
Beautiful.
I mean, if he's going to do anything to slow John down, it's got to be that left kick, and they were calling for that left kick to body. There's another one. Ooh, that was hard.
And there's no slowing down anymore. Now it's get the finish.
Yeah.
It's done with the slow down stuff. Third round, let's go.
Well, Villante's focus coming in was output. He has thrown nearly twice as many total strikes as Barroso.
Barroso tagged him there with that left. Oh! Villante's a tank. He is a tank.
He just knows. Go ahead and hit me. I'm going to hit you harder. I don't care if you hit me. And that's his style.
Yeah. It's a fun style, man.
It is. It's fun to watch.
We were saying in the lead up to this fight, like stylistically, when this matchup was made, it was guaranteed that it was going to be a barn burner.
Under 3.5 minutes here to go in this one. Villante felt like he didn't have to beat Patrick Cummins until he went back and watched the film. He said, I didn't have a scratch on me, but he felt like he got beat by volume and wasn't going to let that happen tonight. Barroso lands the right hand partially over the top. Under 3 minutes now to go.
The big issue with Barroso is he's not throwing combinations. He's only throwing one at a time. You've got to throw more than one at a time on somebody pressuring you this hard like Villante. You got to throw at least 3 punches. It'll release a little pressure. One at a time is just not going to do it for Barroso.
Yeah, Barroso's got to know he's down in this fight.
I think he's just used to landing one-punch power, and that's just his style, and it's not been quite enough on somebody as tough as John. I mean, if you look at Barroso's past fights, he'll hit you like that, and then the guy backs up, and they get off of him for a while. John just stays on him. That's the style you got to have to beat somebody like Barroso. You got to be willing to eat shots on your way in and just hit him harder. Because he's going to keep tagging you on your way in every time like this. This is what he likes to do, pull you in and then tag you on the way in. Ooh, big jab.
Kick to the body and a big jab.
That jab was heavy, guys.
Barroso came in really confident. He spent a chunk of this training camp in Arizona, but just hasn't put it all together here tonight thus far against Villante. Numbers essentially dead even in terms of the significant strikes landed, but huge edge in output for John Villante, who eats a right hand there.
Barroso would do well to take some of Chris Weidman's advice and follow his right hand up with a left hook.
Oh, he stepped in with a nice elbow.
So cut him.
Under a minute to go in this third and final round. Good to have you with us for UFC 220 tonight. John Anik alongside a couple of legends, Joe Rogan, Dominic Cruz. Later tonight, 2 championship fights are yours right here on pay-per-view.
This crowd's ruthless.
Always, every time.
They were kind to you a couple years ago.
Austin is my home. I love this place. Fight fans for days out here.
30 seconds now to go in the fight. A little bit of a staring contest here down the stretch. Villante getting back after it now. Well, if you took the over 2.5 rounds for that one, go cash those tickets. John Villante, Francimar Barroso go the distance tonight in Boston. This fight replay is brought to you by Wish. The secret to affordable shopping. Dom, your thoughts?
I mean, right here we see the inside kick land of Barroso, and he always returns something, Villante. He doesn't let you land without getting it back. And that was it was back and forth. These guys, all right, I'm going to hit you, you're going to hit me. I'm going to hit you, I'm going to hit you harder. And these guys just traded and put on a show. I mean, the fans were booing a little because there wasn't a ton of output, but there was as much power as you could possibly receive on both ends from both these gentlemen. Hooks get traded here, right hands get traded. I mean, you name it, these guys landed it on one another. Left hooks, low kicks, battering each other for 15 minutes.
Gian Villante, slight betting favorite coming in here tonight as we show you the stats from this one. Villante landing more head strikes, more body strikes and leg strikes for Francimar Barroso. But Villante's body language, I would think, a good look. He was the pressuring, forward-moving fighter, really from horn to horn here tonight. Question is, will it be enough to have gotten the nod here tonight? And also for Villante, you know, not the easiest thing to compete without your chief cornerman, Keith Trimble, tonight. So
Barroso's a hard guy to fight. Anybody who fights him is going to have a tough fight. Like I said, you got to be willing to take a lot of damage, and he's going to back up, and he's going to counter you well. He's a counter fighter. So Villante did a good job with his style. He ate some big shots, but I think he definitely deserves the win in this one. But we'll see what the referees saw. Excuse me, judges. We'll see what the judges saw.
Villante in search of a 6th UFC win. He has finished 4 of his 5 UFC victims coming in here tonight. Both of these guys on the outside of the top 15, looking in at 205 pounds. All right, the official decision is brought to you by Metro PCS, who brings you closer than ever to the UFC on a fast nationwide 4G LTE network. Here with those scorecards is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. David Ginsburg scores the contest, 30-27, Villante. David Torelli scores it, 29-28, Barroso. And Mikhail Mina scores the contest, 30-27, for the winner by split decision, Gian Villante.
All right, I'm here with the winner, Gian Villante. First of all, were you shocked that that was a split decision?
I mean, you never know until you I love Dana. You never know until you watch it, but I don't know, fuck, I felt like I crushed him. I don't know.
Well, for us watching cage side, you were constantly pressing the action, and it seemed like the mode of the fight was established with the very first big right hand that you landed.
Yeah, that was nice.
You were on a seek and destroy mission, but this guy just moved around a lot and engaged you and then got away from you. Was this style, when you were hearing the boos, was this frustrating for you at all?
Let me be the president of the UFC for a second. When you fight, man, especially in a big fucking crowd like this, I'm allowed to curse, bro. I'm Fox. When you fight in front of a big crowd like this, we're here to put on a fucking show, fighters. I mean, not fucking run, man. So I want to put on a show. I want to get a sick knockout, steal the show. Let you all get ready for Stipe to fucking kick ass. Let's go, Stipe!
The man you fought, Barroso, is a very unorthodox fighter. It's very difficult to fight. What was the game plan coming in here tonight?
Put on a fucking show. It's the same game plan every time. Hopefully that's why I keep my job 5 years later. I mean, I'm here to put on a show every time. Coming off 2 losses, that's a lot of damn pressure. I don't care, I'm putting on a show, man.
Well, you did, and you moved forward like a tank. Congratulations on your victory.
Let's go have some Teddy Brewskis tonight. I'm gonna Gronk out all fucking night.
Gian Villante, ladies and gentlemen.